Hey y'all. So our butcher box for the month arrived. I'm going to take it in the house, open it up and show you what we got. Talk to you about how we make this work for our large family and give you my honest opinion on ButcherBox. It's always exciting when our ButcherBox shows up. This was just delivered to our porch and we're going to open it up, show you what we got this month and kind of talk to you about ButcherBox, how our family utilizes it. So I'm Tiffany, by the way, if you're new, and this is our Small Town Life, and I am so happy that you are here. A little bit of background for you because there's some comments that I get pretty much every single time I share ButcherBox, and so I'm going to give you a little bit of background on our family just in case you don't know us. Maybe you're new. And just kind of clear up some of those questions that I see pop up, probably from people who are just finding us. So, we're a family of 7 and we live in a small rural Alabama town. We do grow, raise, and preserve a lot of our own food right here at home. Homegrown food is important to me. I love gardening. We raise our own chickens. We process chicken for our freezer. We also get beef and pork from local farmers. So we're supporting local farmers and local butchers. That's something that always seems to pop up. Well, why don't you just support local farmers or local butchers to get your meat? And we do that. But we still like to get ButcherBox on top of that because there's some things, certain cuts of meat or maybe shrimp, some salmon, those kinds of things that we like to add into what we're eating. And this is a great way for us to be able to source those things, and it comes right to our door. The meat we've gotten from ButcherBox has always been excellent quality. You can see it, you can taste it, the taste, the texture, the way this meat is raised and then packaged and brought to you, it's uncomparable to anything you would get at the grocery store, which is another thing I see, well, that's too expensive and I can just get meat at the grocery store cheaper. And you are right. If you're buying that bottom of the line meat from the grocery store, it's going to be cheaper. But you can't compare it because it's just not apples to apples. The quality of this meat is completely different. Now, hear me out. And this was something that was really important that I wanted to say. Yes, ButcherBox is going to cost more than that bottom of the line meat that you're getting from the grocery store. Let me go ahead and move this dry ice out of the way. That helps it stay frozen while they're shipping it. If you can prioritize truly organic, good quality foods, you should. Even if you have to move your budget around a little bit, if you can fit those things in your budget, you should. What we fuel our body with is important. But if you can't afford that and your family is getting fed and bellies are full, then you're doing a good job. Okay, I've been there. I know what that's like. I can't always afford the highest cut quality of meat or the organic vegetables in the grocery store. That's why I got a big old garden out there so I can grow them myself. But when you can finagle your budget around, make it work, you should. Because what we put in our body, what we fuel our body with is important. With that said, if your family is fed, you're doing a good job. If bellies are full and your family's fed, you're doing a good job. So let me show you what we got this month. So ButcherBox does these things, promotions, where when you sign up, you can get free meat in your box for a year. So every time you place an order, you get some extra meat in your box, free for a year. And right now you can choose between ribeye steaks, chicken breasts, or those you get free in every box for a year, or you can get, let me find it, I know it's in here, free ground beef in every box for life. So every box you ever purchase, you can get free ground beef from them. And this is one of our favorite things. Now we do have a freezer full of ground beef from the side of beef that we got recently from my brother-in-law. And it's delicious and it is wonderful. And this right here is the closest thing I've ever found to that same quality. ButcherBox ground beef it's really, really good. This one right here is the 8515. That's what I like. And it's grass-fed ground beef. This is grass-fed and finished. They offer some options that's grass-fed grain finished, which I like as well, but this is grass-fed and finished without added hormones or antibiotics. I've got a 2-pack here, so this is 2 1-pound packs of the Pork Farmhouse breakfast sausage. The ingredients are natural pork, sea salt, and spices, including sage and celery. I got little ones playing back there. You can probably hear them. And this says certified, humane, raised, and handled. No added hormones ever, no antibiotics ever. So picked up that. Got a pretty good bit of ground meat this time. I also like their ground lamb. We've used this in shepherd's pie. We've used it for meatballs, for spaghetti and meatballs, and we've also made burgers from this. So this is a 2-pack of ground lamb, 100% grass-fed, free to roam and graze on open pastures. This also says our sustainable and regenerative, there's your big word, agriculture utilizes rotational grazing and holistic management practices for soil health, which I like to see. So again, like, this is the kind of meat that's going to be really hard to find in a grocery store, and if you are able to find it, price comparison, this is a better price from my research and what I found. I have another pack of those ribeye steaks. This is a new thing for us. I've not gotten this before. This is beef and pork meatballs. They're fully cooked, and it's a 2-pound package. So this is going to be a new thing for us to try this month. And I'm going to take you over the last box that I got. I laid everything out and kind of gave you a close-up of it. I'm going to do that again. Another new thing this month. This is a beef tri-tip. And my friend Allie over at Little Hill Homestead, her and Sean, they cook tri-tip pretty often, and she shared their recipe recently. And then they real thin sliced it and had it on sandwiches, and it looked delicious. And I don't know that I've ever cooked tri-tip, so we're gonna give it a try this month. And then I got a 3-pack of their bacon to add to the freezer. This is another one of our favorites. This is the Applewood smoked uncured bacon, and this uncured bacon comes in a 3-pack. So when you're picking things for your box, you can look at the size, the weight, the count, because you're gonna pick, they have 2 different size boxes. So you pick the box that you get to pick 6 items from. This tri-tip is 1 item. So is this pack, this bacon. So you get 3 packs as your 1 item. So that's just something to think about when it comes to stretching your dollar. Or for example, you get the 2 packs of the ground lamb. Huh?
I'm going to have to $15 up. I can play.
And charge it up so you can play it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll help you charge it in just a moment. Look what else they included in this box for me this month. This is nice. It's a bag, and it feels like it's probably insulated. It is. That's a nice bag to take when you need to carry things around. I was just thinking about this would have been nice to have when we were carrying things over to the camper and keeping things cool on the way to the campground. If you need to run to the store and pick up some things, be a good little bag for that. Well, I'm excited about that. All right, let me bring it over here and give you a close-up. So we have steak in our freezer that I could add this to. We're a large family, right? There's 7 of us. So how in the world are you stretching this to make it work for your family? Like, I could make this right here work for pretty much a month or close to it for our family. How in the world are you doing that, Tiffany? Well, I can take things like these steaks and add them to steaks that we already have from our other beef, right? And our ground beef. Like, I already have things in the freezer to pull from. But if I wanted to stretch just this right here for my family, I could. We take things like the steaks, and I can cook 2 steaks, then slice them and put them on a salad and feed all of us. So this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I count these as separate meals because I use these in casseroles and soups, things like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This could be about 17 meals. Some of those with leftovers are even counting as 2 meals. So like the ground lamb, if I make a big pan of shepherd's pie, or if I put this as meatballs in spaghetti and meatballs, that can feed us with leftovers. Same thing with ground beef. It's not really budget friendly for me to make a big pan of meatloaf once a week, because I would have to use 3 or 4 pounds of meat to feed my whole family meatloaf or hamburger steak. But I can take this and I can take 1 pound of ground beef and make Mamaw's goulash and feed our whole family with leftovers. I can make a big pot of our chili and feed our whole family with leftovers. I can take this breakfast sausage and I can make sausage gravy with homemade biscuits. And 1 pound can feed my whole family. You just have to have those recipes that you can pull from that help you stretch the protein, the meat that's in your meal, especially when you've got a big family like we do. So here's those ribeye steaks. And everything is still frozen solid. The chicken breasts, the ground beef, that bacon, 3 packs of bacon, the tri-tip, the breakfast sausage, the ground lamb, and the beef and pork meatballs. Let me give you a look at those ingredients. Look, really good quality ingredients. Beef, pork, whole eggs, water, rolled oats, salt, spices, and garlic powder. Nothing in there that I can't pronounce or that I feel is questionable feeding it to my family. Now, so I'm going to put a link down in the description box. And if you use my link and you order from ButcherBox, I do get a little like thank you for sending people our way type of commission. But you know, no pressure. Like, I'm just sharing something that our family does and something that's working for us. If you do decide to purchase from ButcherBox, then I would sincerely, I would love it if you would use my link. I would appreciate it if you would use my link and just let them know that I sent you. But it'll be down in the description box if you want to take a look at it, if you want to take a look at their website and kind of see what it's all about, what options they have. You can choose to have the box sent to you. Like, you can pick what meat you get. You can just tell them I want an all beef box and they'll pick things and put in it. I want an all pork box. I want a chicken and beef box. Like, you can pick what you want specifically, or you can just tell them I want beef, I want pork, I want chicken, and they'll do the rest for you. You can also have it set up where it just automatically ships to you every 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks. You can say, hey, let me tell you when to send it to me. It's customizable in that way, and I think pretty handy to know that it's just good quality meat going to be delivered right to your door, and you don't have to put a whole lot of thought, effort, or trips to the grocery store in. And we've truly been happy. I'll say with everything that we've gotten from ButcherBox, was it the last box I got where we got the hot dogs? Those were not our favorite. I was excited about the hot dogs because y'all know, it's hard to find good ingredient hot dogs. They were okay. I mean, we ate them and nobody just really complained about them. But there were several people in the family, myself included, that was like after it was all said and done, said they weren't my favorite. So I don't know that I'll get the hot dogs again, but that's really the only thing up to this point that we've tried that we didn't just really, really love. If you're new to our channel, I would love for you to check out some of our other videos, see what we're all about, maybe consider subscribing and sticking around, being a part of our YouTube family. We would love to have you here. We are just a simple Southern family showing you what it looks like to live our small town life here in rural Alabama. If you're already one of us, you know what I'm going to say. I love you. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.